Dodds.
One of the biggest threats to security in the months ahead in Northern Ireland is the continuing impasse over parades in North Belfast. Can I ask the Secretary of State to tell us what she plans to do, since this is not a devolved matter? The ball is very firmly in her court after her decision at Christmas not to proceed with the North Belfast parading panel, because she will know from this side of the House that we are determined not to allow this matter to be forgotten or swept under the carpet. It needs to be addressed, and this festering sore of the denial of human rights to people in North Belfast must be sorted out.
I fully agree with the Right Honourable Member that we can't go on as we are. Things can't be left as they are. It is vital that we get a process in place which will help resolve the dispute, deal with the impasse, bring the two sides together. I am very actively engaged on that. I hope to be meeting with him and representatives of the Loyal Orders to discuss this soon. And I would urge a wide range of people to be involved in this. It is something that I accept full responsibility for seeking to drive forward, but contributions by church leaders have been very helpful on this matter in the past. Other parts of Northern Ireland have demonstrated that input from the business community can also be helpful in resolving these disputes. We need to develop an inclusive process which brings a range of interest groups together to try and find a way to resolve this dispute.
Mr. Speaker, on the issue that was the subject of exchanges just a moment ago, I'm grateful that the Secretary of State sees the Labour Party putting pressure on the SDLP, but on the issue of Sinn Féin, which is the real impediment in terms of a veto in the Northern Ireland Assembly in relation to the National Crime Agency, what does the Secretary of State intend to do about that? Is there not a role for her to play more actively in getting this issue resolved? And what confidence can we have in Sinn Féin being prepared to support the National Crime Agency when one of its leading members, Gerry Kelly, having promised support and help for the victim's family, ran around giving letters of comfort to the alleged perpetrator against the innocent family?
I have been very actively involved in these matters for many months, and I raise this issue with Sinn Féin virtually every time I have a conversation with them. It is essential that we see movement on this. The reality is that it will be more difficult to seize the assets of criminals without full implementation of the NCA. It will be more difficult to crack down on drug dealing, on racketeering, on serious organised crime without full powers for the NCA. I will continue to urge Sinn Féin and SDLP to accept the extension of NCA's remit. The reassurances in place ensure that any activity by the NCA will be entirely consistent with the devolved policing and justice settlement.